everyone. So today is Sunday, May 3rd, and we're going to be talking about the perimeter of a parallelogram and a perimeter of a trapezoid, and then do just a few minutes of review, okay, on what we did. So the first one is perimeter of a parallelogram. So a perimeter of a parallelogram is P equals 2S1 plus 2S2. Now what does that really say? Basically, here's side 1, side 1. Side 2, side 2. So you can look at it this way. If I give you an amount for side 1, okay, and remember that amount is going to be exactly the same as this other side 1. So basically what I'm saying is, if I said that side 1 equaled 3, okay, I would basically be doing 2 times 3. Okay, here's 1, 2. 2 times that number, whatever that means, okay? And so, of course, that would be 6. And then here's side 2, side 2. There's 2 of them, okay? And then what if I said side 2 equaled 4? Well, then I would go 2 times 4 equals 8. 6 plus 8 equals 14. Otherwise, all you really need to do for perimeter is add. That's it. Whichever formula is easier for you. I could just say, well, side plus side plus side plus side, and just kind of do it that way. Just make sure you know that these two sides are going to be different from this side most of the time, okay? Unless it's a regular parallelogram, that would mean that it's a rhombus, which would be same sides are all equal, okay? Another one down here is an example of another parallelogram. Okay, remember, parallelogram looks like a lazy rectangle laying on its side. So if this side is 7 feet, then how much is this side? Well, hopefully you said that it was also 7 feet. So 7 plus 7 is 14. This side's 4 feet. How much is this side? Okay, so it should also be 4 feet. So 4 plus 4 is 8. Add up your 14 plus your 8. And you should get 22. Are we finished? Nope. We got to make sure we put our little bit, and it says that it's feet. So it's going to be P equals 22 feet. Okay? Now, a little bit about trapezoids now. We're going to learn about the perimeter of a trapezoid. Okay, so before I had mentioned that there is one pair of parallel lines when it comes to a trapezoid, okay? And that one pair is going this way, because remember, parallel lines never touch each other. Now this pair right here, it is not a true parallel line, because while if it goes this way, it's going out from each other and it will never touch. If you go this way, it will actually come across each other. So that is not a true parallel lines, okay? So there is only one pair of parallel lines in a trapezoid. Now, the perimeter is S1 plus S2 plus S3 plus S4. And remember, once we get into area, they're going to start calling this base 1 and base 2. Okay? So that is something to know for the future, up and coming. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this example down here. We have 8 foot on this side, which is base 1. We have 9 feet down here across the opposite side of it, which is base 2. This side is 6 feet, this side is 5 feet. So none of the sides actually equal each other, okay? So we're just going to add. 8 plus 6 is 14. Plus 9, 14 plus 9 is 23. And then plus 5. 23 plus 5. 23 plus 5 is 28 what? 28 feet. And there is that problem right there. Okay. we're going to do a few more problems. Okay, so what figure is this one? That is a parallelogram because it's leaning and it's being lazy. Okay, so on this top side right here, it's 5 feet 10 inches. So how much is down here then? Well, hopefully you said 5 feet and 10 inches also. This side, 3 feet 6 inches. Over here, it'd be the same, 3 feet 6 inches. So let's go ahead and count up the inches first, okay? We have 10 inches, 6 inches, that makes 16, plus another 10 makes 26, plus another 6, 26 plus 6 is 32 inches. Now we're going to add up all the feet. There's 5 plus 3 makes 8. 8 plus another 5 makes 13. 13 plus another 3 makes 16 feet. Okay, so I'll tell you what, like I said in the last few videos, you can leave it right here. We're going to learn about measurements later and converting them. But if you're one of my math only students, I would like you to try to convert it. And remember, there are 12 inches to 1 foot. So I want you to try to convert it if you can. All right, so we're going to go over here and we're going to try this problem right here. We have 2 kilometers and 800 meters. Because remember, a kilometer is a whole lot more than a meter. Okay, kilometers are, I believe, a little bit more than a mile. Okay, a lot of these kind of measurements right here are used all around the world except the United States and the surrounding areas. Okay, and this is called the metric system. Okay, so if it's 2 kilometers and 800 meters on this side, then it would be the same on this side. This side is going to be 4 kilometers and 350 meters, and of course it's going to be the same on this side. So let's go ahead and add up our meters. We have 800 plus another 800 down here of meters. Then we have 350 here, and we have 350 over here. So it's 350 plus 350. Well, that should be 700. If you add those two together, add everything up. Well, 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 7 is 23. So your answer to the meters is going to be 2,300 meters. Whoops. 2,300 meters. Now, how many kilometers do we have? Well, this should be a little easier. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. Plus another 4 makes 12. So your answer for the perimeter is 12 kilometers and 2,300 meters. And I don't expect you to do conversion right now on those, okay? Because we haven't looked at the metric system yet. Okay. Here is number 10. So I've got some story problems that I wrote out for us to go ahead and do together. So if you're listening to this video, I would advise you to make sure you have pencil and paper so you can do these story problems with me, because I wrote down approximately 3 of them, okay? The first one is number 10, and this is going to be on page 85. Okay, so page 85. Okay, it says a 4-sided lot, sides of 235 yards, 2 feet, 208 yards, 1 foot, 225 yards, and 211 yards. Okay, how many laps? So I'll tell you what, let's hold off on the second sentence, and let's go ahead and draw our figure and go ahead and place the values. Okay. First off, we've got, and this is going to be all different sizes, okay? So we have 235 yards and 2 feet. We've got 208 yards, 1 foot. So let's put that down here. It really doesn't matter where you put it. Okay. We've got 225 yards. Let's put it over here, 225 yards. And there's no feet on this one. And then the other side says 211 yards. Okay, all you need to do is add it up. So let's put 235 and 2 feet. That's yards. 208 yards, 1 foot. 225, and then 211. Now we're going to add all this up together. Well, this will be easier. We always want to start on the right with the smallest. This will be 3 feet. Okay, we got to add all this up. It's a little small here. So 5 plus 5 makes 10. 10 plus 8 makes 18. Plus another 1 makes 19. So carry the 1. Then we have 1 plus 3 makes 4. Plus another 2 makes 6, 7. I'm going to have to kind of draw it down here. Then I didn't have to carry any numbers over to the next one. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 makes 8. And that's in yards. So right now your answer is 879 yards and 3 feet. I'm going to tell you a little bit about conversion with this one because this one's not too bad. How many feet are in a yard? Well, there are, I'll write it over here to the side, there are 3 feet that equals 1 yard. So I'll tell you what, we have an extra 3 feet right here. Well, that 3 feet equals 1 yard. So let's cross this out and just add 1 to the 879. How much is that going to be all together? 1 plus 879. Our actual perimeter is going to be, scoot this over a little bit, P equals 880 yards all together. Okay, so for right now, for those of you that are just starting out and you're kind of like unstable on your footing a little bit, if you end up with 879 yards and 3 feet, that's fine if you want to stop right there, okay? But if you want to take that extra step and learn how to do conversion, then it would equal 880 yards, okay? All right, next one. Two more story problems. Okay, so this one's going to be number 8. And when you're reading a story problem, I want you to be aware of what shape they're saying this is going to be in. Because they are going to give you some kind of clue on what kind of shape it's going to be. So if I read number 8 and I say an empty lot is in the shape of a trapezoid. Well, there you go. You got your clue right there. What is the perimeter of the lot if the sides measure, and it lists all the sides. Now these are going to be in, what's a small m stand for? Should be meter, and cm stands for centimeter. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that trapezoid. Remember, a trapezoid don't have to always be the same, okay? The typical one is where you have a short side up here, you have a longer side down here, and then it comes out. But you can have a trapezoid that kind of looks a little different. So I'll draw a little bit different trapezoid. How about we make it like that? Because a trapezoid is four different sides, okay? So I'm going to throw 79 meters and 85 centimeters. I will go ahead and draw that on the bottom because that sounds like one of the longest links. Got that one. Now we have 68 meters and 50 centimeters. So I'm going to put it over here. Then we have 73 meters and 60 centimeters. So I'm going to put it right here on the base 1 side. Then lastly, we have 62 meters and 20 centimeters. All right, so what we could do is, if you want to take a calculator, or better yet, take a pencil and paper, I want you to go ahead and add up 60 centimeters, 50 centimeters, 85 centimeters, and 20 centimeters. I'm going to give you just about 10 seconds, 20 seconds to do that. Okay, so this is 20 plus 85, that makes 105. 60 plus 50 is 110, so you should have come up with 215 centimeters. All right, now let's take 73 meters plus 68 meters. So 73 plus 68, add them up. 3 plus 8 makes 11, carry the 1. 1 plus 7 plus 6 makes 141. Now let's go ahead and take 79 and then 62. 79, 62, add those two together. 9 plus 2 equals 11, carry the 1. 1 plus 7 plus 6 makes 141, huh? Interesting. So now we're going to take these two these two figures and add them together. 141 plus 141, which equals 282. So your answer to all of this is the perimeter equals 282 meters and 215 centimeters. You got to make sure you have that whole answer together, okay? All right. Now, number 12. Number 12 says, what is the distance around a rhombus? And it says, each side measuring 1 foot 4 inches. So it says here that we need a rhombus. What is a rhombus? Well, it's going to say that, remember, a rhombus is a parallelogram that has 4 sides of the same length. So it's a parallelogram. All 4 sides are exactly the same. Okay? And remember, back here, it says that one side is 1 foot 4 inches. That means every single side is exactly the same. So let's add up our inches first. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 16 inches. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals how many feet? Well, that's 4 feet. So perimeter equals 4 feet, 16 inches. Now, again, my math students, I want you to convert that. Okay? All right. Lastly, we're going to do a little short review here. And this is going to be on all 5 of the shapes that we've been through over the last, how many videos? 3 videos, I believe. Okay, so this one is a square. If you have a true perfect square, it should be equal on all sides. I'm going to make some of these easy. I'm going to say this one is 1 kilometer. So what is the perimeter to this perfect square? Well, you should know that you're going to go 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, 4 kilometers. Pretty easy. Okay, what shape is this? Well, it's a rectangle, and remember, with a rectangle, you have length, and here's a length, you have a width, and a width, okay? So what if I said that here's 2 inches, and here's 1 inch? So 2 plus 2 makes 4, plus 1 makes 5, plus 1 makes 6, so 6 inches. Alrighty, down here, what kind of shape do we have? We have a triangle, because remember TRI stands for 3, try. Now, here's the interesting thing. I did something a little bit differently, because you're going to be seeing this when we start getting into area of different shapes, okay? And so an area of a triangle, you're going to see a dotted line down the middle sometimes, and that stands for height. Now, when I ask you for the perimeter of a triangle, what am I asking for? Well, I'm asking for the outside parts, okay? Just the length of the outside. I didn't ask for the height. So all you got to do is add up the outside parts, okay? So 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 plus 7 is 17 centimeters. So that would be the perimeter. So that was a tricky one. So be careful, okay? Down here, what's this shape here? Well, we learned it through this video. It's a parallelogram. So add up all the parts of this parallelogram for the perimeter. Take a moment and do that. And you should have 18 feet. One more. We have the trapezoid here. Okay? Go ahead and take a moment and add up all those parts. We have 5 inches, 6 inches, 7 inches, and 8 inches. You should end up with 26 inches. Okay, that's it for today. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that all these worksheets are loaded either on Facebook or I'm going to send them to you through email, okay? If you have any questions and you're not really getting one of the story problems, just text me, email me or something, okay? I'll see you later. Bye-bye.